The Backyardigans, the Mystery of the Jeweled Eggs. Butler Tyrone, please take their things and put the egg in the gazebo until I'm ready for them, she continued. At once, replied Butler Tyrone, dashing off towards the gazebo. Your butler seems to be in quite a hurry, Lady Tasha, exclaimed Detective Pablo. That's mysterious. Is it? Asked Lady Tasha. Yes, very mysterious, replied Detective Pablo, looking back towards the gazebo. On his way back from the gazebo, Butler Tyrone stopped at the gate to meet Lady Tasha's final guest. May I present Mr. Austin, he announced. I'm so glad you could come, Lady Tasha greeted her neighbor. But Tyrone, please take Mr. Austin's hat. Yes, my lady, replied the butler. Lady Tasha, said Mr. Austin, I can't wait to see these jeweled eggs you have told me so much about. Well, now that everyone is here, I'll go get them, Lady Tasha exclaimed. But just then, Butler Tyrone reappeared holding a tray of finger sandwiches he offered. They each took one. That butler is very mysterious. He seemed to appear and disappear at the drop of a hat, Detective Pablo remarked. Very mysterious, observed Mr. Austin. I agree, Inspector Iniqua added. But these sandwiches are delicious. Suddenly, someone screamed. It was Lady Tasha. My precious eggs, she exclaimed. They're gone. Never fear, Lady Tasha, said Detective Pablo. I'm on the case. Come on, Inspector Iniqua. It's time to hunt for clues. I'll bet we won't have to look far. I've already noticed some mysterious things. Well, well, well. What do we have here? Detective Pablo murmured. This must be our first clue. Great Caesar's ghost, said Mr. Austin. That's my hat. Yes, it is, Detective Pablo said. But that's not all. Just as I thought, said Detective Pablo. Is this one of your missing eggs? Yes, it is, said Lady Tasha. Mr. Austin stole my eggs? No, Detective Pablo answered, handing the egg to Lady Tasha. Follow me. Detective Pablo continued walking across the garden. Ah, he declared, bending to pick up another jeweled egg from behind the fountain. Another egg. And another clue. Hey, what's my glove doing here? Exclaimed Inspector Iniqua. Mysterious, isn't it? Asked Detective Pablo, leading the way. Soon, Detective Pablo knelt down again, this time just outside Lady Tasha's gazebo. Here's our final clue, he announced. This handkerchief. Detective Pablo, isn't that your handkerchief? Cried Inspector Iniqua. Yes, responded Detective Pablo, revealing another jeweled egg. And look, what's hiding beside it. You stole my egg, Detective Pablo, Lady Tasha exclaimed. Of course not, said Detective Pablo. Who do you think took them? Asked Inspector Iniqua. Oh, I don't think, said Detective Pablo. I know who the culprit is. Who? The others cried. It was the butler, said Detective Pablo. The butler? Inspector Iniqua gasped. But how do you know? Detective Pablo took a deep breath. The eggs were in the basket when Lady Tasha asked the butler to bring it to the gazebo. No one went into the gazebo after him, and the eggs were already missing. Then they appeared with the sandwiches. Plus, We all saw that he was acting very mysterious, he explained. But what about my glove and your handkerchief? Inspector Uniqua asked. And my hat, Mr. Austin added. Elementary, my dear Uniqua, Detective Pablo continued. He was in such a hurry that he didn't put away our coats first, so he must have actually dropped our things when he bent down to hide the eggs. Of course, said Inspector Uniqua. One mystery remains. Why did you do it? Detective Pablo asked the butler. Lady Tasha and I thought having an egg hunt would make a party more fun, Butler Tyrone confessed. Great Caesar's ghost! You were in on it from the beginning, Lady Tasha? Mr. Austin asked. Naturally, Lady Tasha replied with a laugh. I didn't want my garden party to be boring, and there's nothing like a mystery to keep things interesting. Brilliant, Detective Pablo cheered. Just then a mysterious rumbling sound came from Tyrone's tummy. Ah, said Pablo, I believe someone could use a snack. Hiding all those eggs did make me a little hungry, admitted Tyrone. So they all headed home for a mystery snack.